What is up, guys? My name is Ferocity, and today I have the trailer for GOROD KROVI, the third Zombies DLC map coming, and I am so excited for this map. I've just seen the trailer, and I want to break the trailer down with you guys and show you some things that I really wanted to focus on. So let's jump straight into it and not muck around. So I'm going to go in chronological order, and I'm going to list the things that I think should be pointed out in this trailer, and I'm going to leave everything that I point out in the description below, and I'm going to leave a line where you can find it in the video. So, for example, if you see a weapon and I talk about it, I'll put in the description the weapon, and I'll put the timestamp next to it, or I'll at least try to. So let's jump into the first thing I want to talk about, and the first thing is the neutral color scheme that is all throughout this map. If you look at some of the cinematic scenes in between the 5 and 10 second mark, you will see the same sort of neutral color theme all the way through the map, and that's nothing different. We've seen that time and time and time again when it comes to zombies. It just gives the map a bit of a feel, and it gives it a theme of its own. Okay, so before I go into the rest of these screenshots, I just want to apologize for the quality of the screenshots. This was just a quick grab from the video that I was looking at online. So I just quickly grabbed a screenshot of it and put it in here for you guys. Timestamps are down below if you wanted to have a better look at these in a bit more quality. Go down, follow those. So on the 24-second mark, we have this screenshot here of the MG42 and what looks to be a new boss zombie that reminds me a lot of Brutus from Black Ops 2. But I'll talk about the boss zombie a little bit later because there is a screenshot involving him. But with the MG42 turret here, it could be detachable, it could be on a stand that we can't move. I'm not too sure yet, but still very nice to have that World at War kind of feel where the zombies are running up the side there and we've got an MG turret to gun them down with. Moving to this next scene, at 33 seconds we can see this robot laying across a few buildings, and although this doesn't have too much to do with anything besides the story, I just wanted to point it out because it's now a bit of a recurring theme coming from the Giant into this map here. I know that those maps are very similar and it wouldn't be too surprising that they're there, but I just want everyone to keep that in mind because it may become a part of the story later on. Okay, so our next screenshot is at the 41-second mark, and this is a brand new zombie that we have coming in by the looks of it, and to be honest, this seems like it's just going to be a modification of the Exo Zombies kind of mechanic where there's the one zombie that can electrocute you or can shock you or do something like that. So this may just be another zombie variant that we'll have to deal with. So at the 54-second mark, we have the first look at the dragons up close and personal, and yes, this is a poor screenshot, I said that before, but just keep in mind that this is the first look we ever get of them, so the first impression is always pretty shocking. So getting a look at the dragons so close, so early is just really confronting, and it's putting everyone on edge a bit because we don't know what these dragons do, and we don't know anything about them. Moving over to the next screenshot at 56 seconds, not too much later, we have another look at the Brutus-like zombie that I mentioned before. He has what looks to be a modification of the shock charge weapon that the Panzer has on his right hand, and his left hand, you can't see it in this photo, but his left hand, it looks like a hook with two prongs on it, so it could be like the Panzer from Origins where one is used for melee and the other one is used for range. We don't know if that claw extends or not or anything yet, but still a possibility. Moving over to this screenshot here at the 57th second mark, and this is one that I wanted to point out that no one else has really touched on. If you look here, there is a brown ball that looks like it's coming from the dragon, and everyone's running in the opposite direction. So it kind of makes me think, are the dragons with us or against us? And they could be doing both. It could be a good and bad thing. We may have to do some things like we did with Leroy in Buried, where we had to sort of persuade him to work with us, and if we didn't do it, he just did the opposite. So this could be the same mechanic being used here. Okay, moving into the 58th second, we have this screenshot here of what I like to call the 935 robots, and this looks like it's going to be our equivalent to the dog rounds. The next scene after this is where they are fighting. I don't have a screenshot for it because it's a bit more of a visual thing that you have to watch the whole clip for. But it looks like we're going to be fighting a whole bunch of them at the same time, so it does give me the idea that this could be the new dog round. So now at 101, we have the first look at the shield from our point of view, which looks absolutely amazing, and I can't wait to see what that does in the actual game. Moving over to this screenshot at 104, this is a very blurry screenshot, but I just wanted to show the Falcon Punch sort of animation that we get, and I don't know if this is something that we can use all the time. I don't know if this is the special weapon like the Annihilator, or the Skull of an Unsubway, or if this is just like a one-time thing that we only use for an Easter egg or something like that, because it looks like this could be very overpowering. You can see here that that zombie in front of us is now just pink mist. It could be really hard to get this sort of weapon variant, but we don't know anything of it just yet. But I wanted to point it out because now that we see an animation for it, it kind of makes me think that we can use it, but just how much, I'm not too sure yet. So from 104 to 106, we have a look at the traps that are in the map, and the first one's nothing special. We've seen this trap time and time again. But the second one is very interesting because it looks like a modification from the spring trap that we had on Call of the Dead that flung us across the map. Now it looks like a huge trample steam where once you walk over it, it just flings you away, but it actually kills you instead of actually just letting you transport from point A to point B. This looks like it just gets rid of you altogether and just kills you as soon as you stand on it. So here at 107 we have the Shadow Claws being shown in zombies, which is again another new thing for us. These could be one of two things. They could be a normal Shadow Claw where once you pack punch it, you get two, and you can just run around and blow up everything that comes in contact with the arrows. Or it could be like the crossbow from Black Ops 1, where it's actually used as a medic sort of tool and it can revive people from distances and makes the game a little bit easier when it comes to clutching positions. But again, we don't know too much yet, just wanted to point that out. So if we look at this next screenshot on 109, this is the biggest screenshot in the whole trailer because this gives us so much information. One, we have a beacon type mechanic now in the game where it somehow attracts the zombies, and we don't exactly know how it's used yet, but we know it's here and we know that it attracts zombies, so it must be important to either them or us. I'm not too sure which one yet. And you also see Dempsey in the top left corner with a dual wield weapon shooting what looks to be a Raygun bullet out of it, going straight through the zombies. And the reason this is important is because if we go over to the next screenshot, we have the new Wonder Weapon in the box, which looks like two dual wield remastered Rayguns. And it could be that. It could be the Raygun remastered and made better, or it could be the Raygun MarkIII, as it can be called, where it's just the new variant and the new modification for it, which makes it even more badass than the two versions before it. But again, we don't know. From what we can see, it still looks like just a single fire weapon, but still a massive new mechanic put in the game, and I can't wait to see what these do. Moving over to 109, we have a fan favorite here. We have the PPSH coming back in the box and also coming back to Black Ops 3. And this has been requested, even in Black Ops 2 this was requested. So now that it comes back in Black Ops 3, all I can hear is just World at War fans just sighing in relief knowing that this has come back to them. And I never got to play World at War Zombies very much, so this will be great fun to finally get my hands on the PPSH and try it out. So now looking at the last couple of screenshots, at 1 minute and 17 seconds in, we have what looks to be two dragons here, and I just wanted to put this idea out there because no one else has covered it. But what if there is two main dragons? Because we can see that here. One dragon is good, one dragon is bad. Now imagine if the Easter egg is something to do with those two dragons fighting each other. Imagine what that cutscene will look like. These two dragons going at it as the last step that we have to try and figure out what to do there. Or if we have a look at the next screenshot, we can see that our characters are riding the dragon. What if we either A, have to kill the dragon we're now standing on top of, or B, have to stand on top of the dragon while it fights the other one? Yes, I know it's an out there idea, but just imagine what the gameplay would look like. Imagine what this would feel like when you're actually there. It's just such an out there concept that if they actually did it, it would blow me away. The possibility is there. So I just wanted to point out that there. I know a lot of people are thinking, well, there's more than one dragon, so you know, we might be able to use them. But I had the idea that maybe they are more in depth and more tied into everything else than we originally thought. So that's just my idea, but I wanted to point that out there. Okay guys, so this has been my breakdown for GOROD KROVI, the new Zombies map coming out on the 12th of July 2016. 2 weeks away for PlayStation 4 players, and yes, I know I'm an Xbox One player, so I'm really going to have to try and stick away from all the content so I don't spoil it for myself, but it's going to be worth it waiting the extra month. I truly believe that. So guys, if you have enjoyed this video and you want to see more videos like this when it comes to DLCs, please let me know in the comments below, because this was a really fun video to make, and I wanted to make more of these videos before this, but I just never got around to doing it. So I wanted to do it here, try it out for you guys. Let me know what you think, and let me know if you'd watch this again down in the comments below. Also, don't forget to check the description for the timestamps for all the screenshots. Don't forget to look in the description to see all the timestamps for the screenshots that I showed. Don't forget to look at the music that was used in the background of this video. And don't forget to have a look at the links to the social media and also to some more awesome content creators listed down below. So guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Okay guys, so that is the 50 subscriber giveaway done and dusted, and I just want to say thank you again to everyone who participated. Out of 29 entries, 20 of them subscribed to the channel, and the